Welcome into the ProBox TV studio. Our live fights keep right on rolling. That's right. March 8th, Long Beach, California is our next event. And so often, the co-main event steals the show. Nothing different here. Luis Torres taking on Nicholas Walters. To help me break it down, Jimmy Smith in studio with Paulie Malignaggi. Joining us via Zoom, Chris Algieri and the man himself, Nicholas Walters. Thank you so much for joining us, man. How do you feel about this opportunity? You know, ProBox TV getting bigger and bigger every year, man. This co-main event spot against another guy with just one loss on his record, man. What does this opportunity mean to you?
Well, it's a great opportunity. Fighting a younger fighter, I always show up. I'm working hard. I'm here with Coach Jaime. This is my second camp with him. We were successful in the first camp against Joseph Adorno and ProBox also. So we're looking for nothing less. We're gonna come. We're gonna bring the heat, and we're gonna do what we have to do to win.
Nicholas, you're a former world champion. You've obviously had a very good career, especially in your prime. You were, a very fearsome fighter. But, a lot of times guys get a little bit older and they're sort of just hanging on to their career. But it seems like, I don't know, man, I see you in this sort of return form, right, where you've been winning. But I also see, like, almost no pressure. Like, you're enjoying yourself, even at an advanced age, like, you're just enjoying the ride and just kind of, I don't know, like, tell me about that. It's something that you really, it's something, I look at you when you're fighting, I look at you, like, through this part of your career, I feel like you're enjoying it more now than when you were young, and you're supposed to enjoy it more when you're young,
You know what? With experience beat time, but and time give experience also. But when you're fighting these young cat, these guys they tend to come in with two things. They come in with power and youth. And then if with me and I get past, I power doesn't move me, and the youth they I use experience to get over it. So being in the ring with the younger guys. It's not new. I've seen a lot of things during my career, so I'm just comfortable, and I'm trying to give the fans good fights, and that's what I'm training to give the fans good fights, and that's what I'm doing. I'm just enjoying myself. You have to enjoy yourself. The day that I'm not enjoying myself, I'll just leave it alone. But for now, I'm enjoying myself. My family's enjoying the fights. And I'm doing it for the fans and for my family, my country, both Panama and Jamaica. It's just great.
Yeah, Nicholas, I second the sentiments of the champ Paulie Malignaggi. A fearsome fighter is an understatement. I was ringside when you fought Nonito Donaire, and that was one of the most devastating defeats of his career. Actually, it was his most devastating defeat of his career. I was blown away that night. I was like, man, this guy Walters is no joke. And you were a world champion. What's the goal now? Are you looking to be a champion again? Are you just having fun, like you said? But what's next for you?
Well, actually, we after this fight, we're trying to get this fight is in the first obstacles that's in our way just now. So we're gonna get over this obstacle, and then we're definitely thinking about another world title shot. I definitely like to be in the ring with a world champion to see him, because that's the level that you want to be at, and that's the level that I have in my mind, that I'm at that level, and I always have that in my mind to become a world champion again at another weight division, a two weight division. So I'm definitely have that in my mind, in the back of my mind. That's what driving me to get the world title shot to fight for a title.
Let's talk a little bit about your opponent, Luis Torres, 20-1, and he hasn't taken on the kind of opposition you have. But that's a dangerous fight against a dangerous fighter. What do you know about your opponent, and how are you prepared for him?
Well, during my career, to be honest, I don't really study too much of my opponent. Don't be bothered too much about my opponent, because you know what? At the end of the day, when the bell ring, you have to go out there and fight. So you can't, and every fight is different, because the way that he's gonna fight me is not the same way that he fight the other opponents. It's not the same. Every fight is different. So, and even if you fight the same guy twice, the fight's still not gonna be the same fight. So you have to just do your work, for me personally, I just do my work and try to tighten up on my ends to make less mistakes and try to make him make mistakes and counteract his mistakes. So that's what we do. We're not really worried about fighter at my age now. Him worrying about him what a fighter gonna come to do him. It's just definitely on my plan. I'm planning on him going there and execute what my coaches and I'm working on here in camp.
Nicholas, not to look too far ahead, but how do you view the landscape of the lightweight division? You're campaigning at lightweight now. It's a pretty deep weight class with a lot of exciting fighters, a lot of some name recognition there. How do you view the landscape of the lightweight division, and how do you feel you fit in, not only as a former world champion, but also a guy who's picking up momentum, especially if you're able to win this fight as well?
Well, I'm honestly the lightweight team have a lot of talented guys, lot of great fighters, heavy eaters, and everything. But as I say, honestly, I can't judge the champions based on just looking. I have to be in there with them. I have to get into a fight, and then I can say, you know what, these guys are definitely banging or whatever. But for me personally, looking, I know him. There's a lot of tough guys. You have the Gervonta Davis. You have him. You have Shakur Stevenson right now. You have him Keyshawn Davis stepping up, and you have a lot of guys, and they're exciting fighters, young fighters, and strong fighters. But as I say, personally, I have to be in there with them, get in there with them, and definitely. And then I can speak from my experience, because by watching other guys fight, it's different. Every fight is different, as I say.
Spoken like a veteran.
Yeah, I was really, really impressed with your last performance. Joseph Adorno is a guy that Paulie and I actually rate very highly. And listen, you are a puncher, in your heyday, and then you came back and you showed your boxing skills in that fight. It was super impressive. I got to ask you, where'd you go? Where you left the sport for? I'm just looking it up on boxing. 7 years. Where'd you go?
I've been well, a lot of people doesn't know, right? I've been fighting from like age 8, 9 years old. I started boxing, so I've been around boxing for a number of years. So a lot of people, because of my punching power and my knockout record, they're like, yo, Axman, if he can't get you out, then you don't have no problem. But the thing is that they don't know that I've been through an amateur program. I was once the best amateur boxer in the Caribbean once, and also have a good amateur career. So boxing is something, is not only fighting, or I only not only deserve or depends on power. I'm a guy that I can box, I can fight, I can stay in there, I can move, whatever. I consider myself, and honestly, for me, if you ask me personally, I would tell you that I consider myself a rounded fighter. Not only power or not only boxing, but I try to combine everything. So I can hurt you with the left, I can hurt you with the right. I try to develop powers in both, and I try to develop my ring IQ to box and move, to do everything. So honestly, I'm a rounded fighter. So that's what brings me right through. So during the years that you don't see me, I'm out of the boxing. I'm still staying around the gym, moving around and whatever, still perfecting my craft. The thing is that being in the boxing for so many years, I've never took no time out. So after the loss to Lomachenko, I just took some time being with the family and just enjoy a little bit. Then trying to get back, you have to, boxing is, you have to get him back with the right people. And I was searching to try to find the right people, to get the right team of people. And right now, I think the team of people that I'm working with is perfect for my style, my everything. So I'm feeling great.
We are so glad you're feeling great. We're so glad you're on our card March 8th. Thank you so much for your time, Nicholas. Can't wait to see you fight, buddy.
Thank you very much, man. Thank you for being for ProBox, having me in a second time on their program.
Check him out. Our co-main event, Nicholas Walters taking on Luis Torres. Don't forget, a great main event going down as well. March 8th, Long Beach, California. 50-50 all action fights. Download the ProBox TV app now and find out while millions are watching.